This episode on Sailing Popao, we get back to the reef.
You don't understand how hard they are to shoot.
And the search begins for the elusive Dogtooth Tuna.
He's huge.
Big one. We haven't seen dolphins for ages.
It's been a while.
Have a go at that water that we're driving over.
Oh wow.
So blue. Electric. What are you doing there, Jess?
Oh, just spent the last hour polishing the scratches out of my dome port from that pesky shark that rammed us down south. And yeah, just utilising our passage time to get ready. Hopefully you're going to get a dive in this afternoon. We have spent the last, month or 6 weeks on shore, just travelling up the coast from Airlie Beach. We haven't really had the weather to come out to the reef. Have the most epic weather window ahead, a whole week of just glass off. So we're just sailing out now in 10 knots of wind on the nose, and we're just about to pull into a reef system now. Yeah, we can't really be too specific what reef system it is because we have a lot of friends helping us out. I don't think our friends that have given us tips and places to go would appreciate us sharing those with our audience. So anyway, it's looking amazing. The water is electric blue. We're pretty much ready to go as soon as we drop the anchor.
And Della's already seen one massive tiger shark on the surface.
Della, who's the last boat left in the Corona Youth Rally with us. One we left in Maggie Island, the other one's up ahead in Cairns. They are coming out to the reef with us, and they just had a massive tiger following their boat, so he'll be pretty excited to get in the water, I think.
Show us how clear the water is in the porthole.
Look how clear it is. Oh. We're gonna have to do a bit of maintenance when we get there too, Michael.
What do you mean?
We're cleaning the bottom of the boat. We haven't touched it for about 2 months.
How
And those engines need a clean. And you need to fix the link in. Boat work never stops. Never ends.
Not today.
We are just pulling into the reef system now. Coming out the front to get on bommy watch. We aren't in the Coral Sea, but you could definitely think we were, judging by the colour of the water and this reef.
Off the back, straight onto a Bambora. It'll be fun fishing off the back tonight.
The first thing we always do when we're out here is to check the anchor. And lucky we did, because despite our best efforts at anchoring in the middle of this sand patch, we dropped the anchor right on a dead piece of staghorn coral. This would have caused us to drag in the smallest amount of wind, and we had no idea from above water. We were keen to get a reef dive in, as the following day we had the best weather and wanted to get out to chase Dogtooth Tuna.
Heaps nice over here. So just over that bommy edge there, there's like 20 big moo. on top of the reef here. There's so many epic fish here. All those moo there, big buffalo emperor. I've been looking for those fish since we left the bunker group. There's a whole school of them there. And I saw a huge big buffalo emperor as well. Don't swim out over the edge. There's heaps cagey, those moo. Round forehead, and they don't move much.
Yeah, silver.
Yeah, that's
Black, kind of black on the tail, back to the tail. Dark red.
Yeah, you see that one staring at us there? Looks like a big cow. It's got the black and white saddles, like a stripe pattern. Black, white, black, white.
Yeah.
They're super good fish.
Yeah, good eating.
Good eating, hard to shoot. Although I could have shot a few of those then, but I was just about to take a shot and I saw this big buffalo emperor. I was like, oh, they're super hard to get.
Moo can be extremely difficult to hunt. They're usually very wary of any divers, so finding a good hiding spot like this is vital. Michael had seen a decent buffalo emperor hiding amongst them, so we held off from shooting anything in case it showed up again. The two fish towards the centre with the white stripes across the back are moo. They're extremely wary and tend to just sit out of your range. A great way to attract them is by dusting a small amount of sand to pique their interest. As you can see, this technique is effective on a lot of other reef fish as well. The lighter colour fish without the stripes in the background are also moo.
You'll dive on them, or even on the bottom if you chase them, they just go ever so gently, and you're thinking, oh, it's just there, and then you're like, he's out of my range, and he's always right on the edge, and like, as soon as you advance, they just take off, but they don't look like they're leaving, and then all of a sudden you're like, he's miles away.
Wow.
When you go down, stay as long as you can, and like scratch, just a little bit, then stop, a little bit, stop. And they'll just your gloves like that on the rock, they'll come in. Sand is better. If you're on sand, do that, and it just fluffs the sand.
It's always amazing finding little pockets of life on the reef like this. After a quick briefing, we couldn't believe it. Lincoln dived down and shot a moo first go. He was so quick we missed all the action on camera.
That's a good move. You don't understand how hard they are to shoot usually.
That's amazing.
That's so good.
Big deal.
First fish Lincoln shoots with us is a jewfish. Second, a moo. It's a nice one.
The next day we geared up the big guns to have our first crack at chasing dogtooth tuna from Popao.
Miles away from the mothership or more, and it was a boat here already. Disappointing, but good safety blanket.
But it'd be funny because they won't even know where we came from.
Yeah, they can't even see the boat, so they probably think, where did these guys come from?
Those little fish are called rainbow runners. They're like a little kingfish, and usually every time you see doggies, you'll see them. I saw some little mackerel too, Michael.
Huh?
I saw some little mackerel too.
Definitely where the dogs are.
That's a doggy! That's a doggy!
We shot some chum and hoped to attract some bigger doggies.
Yes! Finally, our quarry has been sighted.
That was so good. And Lincoln spotted it. Never seen one. That's epic.
Unfortunately, all that showed up was one very agitated shark. With his peck fins pointed down and that distinct tail flick, these were pretty clear warning signs to change spots.
Come over. Hey, Lincoln. Just give him some space. Just give him some space.
What is it?
Whaler. Yeah, right on the surface.
With enough wind around to make it a long run back to the doggy spot, we decided to make the most of the reef around the boat.
Day 3, diving in a little lagoon. Looks absolutely beautiful. These things tend to be a bit of a fish catcher, so fingers crossed we might find some moo. Something different. Oh, wow. Doesn't seem to be too much current, but it's so fishy. It's like an aquarium. At least I didn't wreck the fillet.
Yeah, got it in. In the cave.
Like I mentioned earlier, finding a great hiding spot can really increase your chance of shooting some fish. Michael found this one and had a constant flow of moo lining up to check him out. He patiently waited in case the big buffalo he'd seen a few days before dropped by. This spot in particular had amazing plate coral coverage and was holding a lot of bait and predatory fish. This was a pressure point, and we usually find this is also where the coral is the healthiest.
Stunning. Just fish everywhere, big Chinamans and turtles.
Where are we off to today, Michael?
Off to another unnamed reef.
So how's it been here for the last 3 days?
Yeah, pretty awesome. Can't complain being at the reef really, just exploring every day, diving. Yeah, hasn't been as fishy as we'd hoped, but that's fishing.
I think it's the wrong moon.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's very easy to blame the moon, but it could just be us. Same one, we just checked the anchor basically, and then I just kept swimming in front of the boat and just found the most epic spot of the whole, basically what ended up being the best spot of the whole trip.
Yeah. And then we went out like 20-mile return trip for doggies on the second day. And we saw one doggy, which Lincoln spotted actually, which is pretty funny because he's never seen one before, but a good tutoring and description, he spotted it. And then yesterday, what happened yesterday, Michael?
Yesterday we just dived inside the reef and we did about 11 nautical miles, and Jess actually towed me behind the tender for about half of that. Epic country, like pristine coral and untouched bommies, but fish just weren't on yesterday at all. Like,
even when we went back to that moose spot,
she towed me for like 5 miles, and I reckon I saw a handful of parrotfish, like heaps of, aquarium stuff, pretty things, but nothing, spearable, should I say.
Join us next episode as we find the perfect anchorage and go blue water hunting.
Oh, good that it's meant to sink. That protects it from all the predators.
If you'd like to support us further, you can sign up on Patreon for ad-free early videos, bonus content and perks. A huge thanks to our current patrons for your ongoing support.
What's going on down there, Michael?
Still can't light it.